What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today, jumping back into our Total War Warhammer 2 Markus Wulfhart Vortex campaign replay. Alright, that was a mouthful. Almost stumbled there at the beginning. Alright, Marcus, we know about your arrows, man. I think that's a euphemism. But anyway, so we are in the process, guys, of eradicating the Blue Vipers. We are so close. I took a second to do like an overview of the campaign map to kind of see what we have going on, what our next goal should be, and we are in amazing shape, y'all. We have a claim on the rise. Once we finish this attack here, we'll probably be at very hostile, which hopefully will trigger this bugged quest of disrupt and destroy, so we'll get 500 gold, whatever, but hopefully it will become unbugged, and then we'll get more quests, more missions. Right now our quest is to raid any Lizardman region, which is super easy. Once we're over here with Marcus, we'll be able to raid Hexoatl, and we can get 4,000 gold and move our way through his Amber Bow quest, which I'm super eager to do. We also should take a look at this. We're not very close to capturing the Awakening. That's not going to happen. But we are very close to owning both iron and timber. Very close. We have one of the settlements that we need for that. The other one we're going to go and reoccupy with, I think it's Aldebras is his name, or Aldebrand. That's our other army. And they're going to do that for us. Search any ruined settlement for treasure. That's another thing that we're going to do with him before we go ahead and reoccupy our ruined lands. And then capture and occupy the following settlement, Juan Hopek. We're going to do that too. So everyone's going to be happy except for Hertwig. He's going to have to wait for a while. But for right now, guys, we are in a great position to do a great many things. And we're going to try and do that. We can't predict the AI's movements here. He might go down here and smash Floating Pyramid and take that back from us. We don't know. Once we leave this position, you know, that's kind of it. But what we know we need to do is make sure that our ally here does not take the Monument of the Moon, because then we'll never get it back. We have no recourse to do this. And they also want us to create a military alliance with them, which I'm not opposed to. I don't think we are able to confederate with these guys, which sucks. So let's just have at least one ally. It's boring whenever you play a campaign in such a way that you're just this magic superpower that doesn't need allies.
Do your worst.
And yeah, guys, we don't need to fight this.
For the Empire.
We could even lightning strike it if we wanted. It doesn't do anything. We don't lose any units. That's great. It might have been fun to do that fight just to show how much more powerful we are. The Gunnarsson Kron. What? I don't recognize this item. Is this some sort of... So, a lot of characters in the game have unique secret items that kind of secretly belong to their set, but I don't remember this one. Maybe I haven't played enough Vortex recently to have seen this item. But fortunately, this volume, obtaining every sleight made against the Dawi on the high seas, has been made with runes of waterproofing. Interesting. It looks like it's a set of armor, but it looks like it's not supposed to be. It's described as a volume, like it's a book. Weird. But physical resistance 7% and income from post-battle loot is huge.
A welcome extra.
Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, that's cool. We might want to give that to... Yeah, our mandate has progressed as well. We might want to give that to Roderick. He could use some physical resistance since he will be fighting in the front lines. So the expedition has increased its level of acclaim, making great strides towards fulfilling the Emperor's mandate. You will now receive better quality Imperial supplies. Continue garnering acclaim to advance the expedition's progress and further the Imperial cause. And we've unlocked the Regiments of Renown, Sterling's Revenge, very cool, Free Company's Militia. Our hostility has increased. Hopefully this triggers the quest. It doesn't seem to have yet. I wish there was a way to dismiss it and get it back somehow. It's hard to play around, you know, buggy stuff, but that's just the way it is, sadly. So here, we have some really good options. Can buff himself up, which I'm not inclined to do. We can give ourselves campaign movement range and casualty replenishment rate, which I think you guys know how I feel about that. I think that's the ticket. but also furthering reducing the upkeep costs of the Huntsman by 15%. Not to mention their missile damage and melee attack. I mean, that's great. If they ever get caught in melee, they can fight a little. Oh man, this double shot is also good. So what we're going to do is we're going to want these two as well. But first things first, let's get the Master Survivalist. Let's give ourselves that huge replenishment rate. That will let us conquer the world. Jump from settlement to settlement and do what we need to do. Alright, is there anything else we want to get done on the campaign map? I don't think so. I think we had exhausted pretty much all options. But what we do want to do is tell these guys to go do something else. I don't know. They're not really at war with anyone like that we're at war with. They're at war with these guys. Yeah, I guess so. They can go fight those dudes. I don't necessarily want them out in the waters, but that's not a great target. I would rather them defend their own territories, perhaps from the Norskins. No idea how Hexoatl has not managed to destroy the Norskins yet, considering they were somehow strong enough to unify this area here. Anyway, okay. Let's roll the dice, see where these guys go. And we're pretty far away. Oh, nice. Population surplus. I hope they're not attacking them, because they are kind of considered their ally. Which is the creeping jungle? I'm not sure. We'll find out in a second. Don't know the province names and stuff off the top of my head anymore.
France would sooner have me kill you, I think.
Yeah, now he wants peace. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. We've worked really hard to exterminate you. That's not gonna happen. I said it's all about where he goes next, and yeah, he's gonna go here. That's the easy target. What I was really hoping he would do instead of that, though, was to go to Powhawks and settle it for us, and then we would go and take it from him when he was hurt. That was the dream. And now, thanks to the AI's insane bonuses, by the time we get over here, he's probably going to have a full stack, which is crazy. Yeah, let's get this Seed of Rebirth, too. So, kind of unhappy that he was able to take that from us. Gator here is able to roam uncontested in our lands. I see this army, and I'm not that worried about them. They're all skinks. Most of them chameleon skinks and skink skirmishers. They couldn't take either one of these settlements from me if they tried. Like, it's just not going to happen. You're not going to get me off the walls with my halberdiers and swordsmen. You're not going to kill my Empire Cat. Like, it's not going to happen. So, I can pretty safely move away from there and start trying to achieve my goals.
I will go.
So, let's move down. I don't need a huge army to come down here and do this. I just want to make sure I recapture this place before someone else does.
Markus Wulfhart.
Let's see, what's the fastest way here? This way? Okay. That brings me through some barren territory as opposed to going like this way, for instance.
Kill to protect.
Very curious what the AI is going to do. They are going to get... They're going to get bonuses. They already have a fully functioning... Perhaps a fully functioning garrison. Add that to this. Next turn, they'll probably have mostly a full stack, as the AI does. And then we'll have a really tough fight on our hands, but we'll be in good shape. Our regeneration wears off. Ooh, hopefully we have it for next turn. I don't think we will, though. That region has been pretty clutch for us. Is there anything that we need to spend our gold on? It doesn't look like it. And our hostility has made it so that we get Imperial supplies in 22 turns. Okay. Let us continue.
The Empire have authority here.
We might search our diplomacy in a minute to just to see if there's anything else that we could do. Oh, Skaven intervention. It's a clan pestilence. Okay. So the Skaven have launched an intervention army to try and stop the Lizardmen from winning the Vortex campaign. Oh, look at these guys. Like, I appreciate the help, but they're not going to be there in time to actually help me. Now, we have Lightning Strike that can help us in this instance,
Markus Wulfhart.
depending on how big this army is. Because we can attack this guy, Lightning Strike him. Crazy. So the AI, instead of building units, it made like one guy. If they had dropped another 4 or 5 units in here, which it seems like they could do, and then they had also recruited him and dropped like 5 units in his army, we probably wouldn't be able to beat those guys. It would be so close as to be incredibly atrocious for us. Ooh, okay, before I spend the gold, let's just see what other options we have. Not too many. What's the difference in... So we get handgunners, and one of our swordsmen turns into a great sword. And that's the difference in the strength of the garrison. No additional public order. Meh. Not super necessary, but this unlocks 2 building slots for us, which is pretty clutch. We can build a lot of different things with 2 extra building slots. That opens up a pretty big world of options. And now here, let's attack these guys. I don't know what we're going to bring into the fight because I 100% knew he was going to run. So if we attack here, yeah, we don't have any ally reinforcement. Look how much the AI believes in us. Yeah, no more regen for us sad boys. If we lightning strike, it only excludes this army, and we actually want to include that army. So let's save it. Let's fight this one, guys. This is the last hurrah of the blue vipers, and we should give them a fitting end, even if it costs us quite a bit. So we'll quick save this. And as our heroes level, they're going to tip the balance of power ever more in our favor, whether we deserve it or not. I mean, look at the chevrons on our army. That also does quite a bit to tip the AI. But it's hard to forget how brutally strong and brutally cunning and cunningly brutal. Little Gork and Mork reference, check. The orcs were whenever we first started to fight them. And yeah, so they don't have all their reinforcements yet either, which is great. I don't know if that's going to be just one goblin, one goblin warboss going to be running in to help, or if that's going to be part of the garrison too. So that kind of really determines how aggressive I want to be. But I think we're going to have to be fairly aggressive here. Where at the very least, we're going to want to get ourselves into shooting range as fast as possible. And we've got lots of jungle here. Not the best for our cav-centric, archer-centric army.
Take aim!
But man, it's nice not having the archers in there anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to deploy a bit far up with our huntsmen, give them a chance to shoot, and we're going to very quickly run in with our front line. And even more so than that, let's completely stretch them out. Even more so than that, we're going to have our cavalry on standby to intercept just as fast as possible. We're going to get them on the wings so that they're not completely obstructed. There we go. And look, why is it doing this? I'm pretty sure I did this correctly. No. Let's do it like... Doing it weird again, guys. Okay, like this. 4. Alright, it correctly ordered them. Back to 1. That's the only way I know to fix it. And there we go. So now I've got him in between the great swords in the center where I want him. That'll do. Let's get these 2 gentlemen out on the wings here as well, so that their lines of sight will not be interrupted. We'll keep him in skirmish mode. I don't hate that. And of course, these 2 will be in the front. They actually don't need to be that far out, probably. So guys, it's been a few days since I got a chance to play, so forgive me for a little bit of minor fumbling. But I think that's good. Make sure, yeah, we don't want these guys to be that way. Alright, let's do it. We are locked in, and we're moving up. And I think we just need to pull back. They are a full army.
Yes, my lord. Attack as ordered.
Get that. Get that Arrow of Kurnos in there.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
Let's tuck in here.
Moving now.
And we can charge in with our Cav.
Sigmar calls. Powder dry.
And as we charge in with the Reichsguard, it's actually slow-mo just so we can get a cool shot. But boom, a frontal charge. They can't brace, of course. We'll get a little bit of damage, and then we'll pull out. And alright, now everyone's back to shooting. Let's pull out. We get that damage going. We're good. Oh, still in slow-mo. Okay. Got it. We're using our war wagons to put that armor-piercing damage on the right targets. And where are you? Far. Okay, she's in the front. That's fine. Make sure we get our peeps on the right targets. Get out of there. You know what? Get in there, Reichsguard. You fight, and we're going to give you... Once we get fully engaged, we're going to give you that 22% ward save, and we're going to shoot. So, come on, guys. Shoot in the back. Use our archers to focus their archers. Very good. And yeah, we don't mind much if they fight there. We can use Markus to shoot in the back here. Yeah, and here comes that Night Goblin War Boss. You guys go in there. And the Demigriff should just be running dudes down at this point. Yeah, keep going, keep going. And we'll use them, after we smash these Savage Orcs here, we'll use them to clean up this fight here. But there's a lot going on. And is there any good... You know what? Yeah, we could do this. I was a little too late on that. We needed to get him in range sooner.
Yes, General. We obey.
Oh yeah, perfect. We were able to break him on our own. So probably not the best strategies on display here, but it definitely worked. Get one of these down the line. Alright, so we got an aim shot. Finally, we get to make use of this skill. Let's see how much damage it does. From 2,000. Wow, 1,100 damage. And that's going to sink him. I just sunk his battleship. You know what? Shoot these guys instead. You shoot these guys. War wagons. Shoot here. Roderick, I have no idea who you're chasing. That's totally my bad. And our Reichsguard just need to run. Yeah, it's the big uns that are crushing them. The Savage Orcs don't hurt them very much. It's the big uns. They've gotten 30 kills on them, whereas the Savage Orcs have barely gotten any. And they should be dead in just a second. We have tons of overlapping fire. Yeah. Alright, and that's all we needed to do. We didn't need this to be a flawless victory. But it was a fun one. I mean, we shot almost all of our ammunition on some of our huntsmen. What did we do about the little gremlin boy? There he is. That's Bootlicker. The one we need to kill, though, is the goblin. Is this him? Yes. Let's get rid of him. I think he's dead anyway, simply because he was in... his particular stance, and he got caught after moving, so I'm pretty sure he's dead anyway. But he's the last leader. Would have been pretty cool to kill him. He's gonna get away, but I think he's dead anyway, so no worries. Just sometimes the little intricacies of the game like that escape me. Exactly, like the rules don't exactly come to mind because it's been so long. But I'm happy to learn certain things afresh. I'm glad I know the game as well as I do, but when you play the game nonstop day after day after day, and then yeah, see, so he's alive. That's annoying. And then, you know, you have to put it down for a while. Otherwise, you're just going to lose your own love for the game. We keep getting these like weird charge bonus swords that we don't want.
Boost the expedition coffers.
Okay, we're back in the floating pyramid. It looks like he did die. Yeah, killed in battle. So he survived, but he also died. Our hostility is now raised, and our public order is, of course, -2. Stabilized in some areas. Yeah, your war coordination target's lost. Fine, no big deal.
Comradeship
And I'm gonna
is
come over
all.
here and search these ruins slash, raid some
Loyal or
lizardmen.
not, they'd better
And we're gonna
fight.
unify this entire area. It's gonna be pretty good. Let's give him Foe Seeker.
The rumors say
Maybe
that
he can
this
catch some
one
stuff.
is rotten.
And what do we have here? Man, another 5% on our movement would be awesome. So armor would be nice on him, but he's already got 120. Wow, York. Yeah, ammunition. Get that ammunition super high and we'll never run out of ammo on our huntsman again.
Loyal or not, they'd better fight.
Okay, we could go for training, assassinate, or spread public order. Instead, let's go to the Endless Hunters. I feel like the battle we fought on last time would have counted, or the area we fought last time would have counted as a forested battle, and then we would have had some sweet
Right,
buffs.
tuggers.
Okay, and we of course don't need this. We'll sell that, and we'll start making some sort of stabilizing production.
Sigmarite
Yeah, and he's...
Archlector.
Wow, they're going against me. Okay. Or maybe, are they at war with each other?
They will
They're
likely
not.
be your last.
Interesting. So he's coming to me. I would not be surprised at all if he's going straight towards Chotek. I guess to the AI it looks vulnerable. Is it really vulnerable to this type of army though? He's got magic. But I've got a mortar. The age-old question, who wins? Magic versus mortars.
True servant of Sigmar. Ever onward,
No, go this way. What the heck?
forward.
I hate it when
in
it does that.
his name.
So we're going to try and do another Lizardman puzzle and fail miserably on camera. That's to be expected. I'm okay with that. I wish Gator would just attack this place. Maybe he's coming down here to attack the Temple of Kara again. Which needs a little bit more time to get defended. It's going to take 4 more turns before I can put walls on that settlement.
Fearless.
Real walls. And like I said, let's take a moment to
Honor to your
try some new diplomatic strategies here.
Not likely.
Yeah, let's just try and get that military access. I don't need money for that. It's nice to have the dwarves in your back pocket, especially if at some point we're going to go down in that direction.
The nation calls.
The nation does call. They call collect. Man, I wish we could somehow break them up from Hexoatl and at least get them to use their stacks to fight Lizardman stacks.
Markus Wulfhart.
That would be so much better. And that, just like that, guys, I think we're kind of underselling the accomplishment of getting rid of the Blue Vipers in this campaign. This has been, like, a serious undertaking. I'm not super happy to own this settlement because it's something that, without, great expansion, it's going to be really hard to hold on to. What we're basically going to have to do is upgrade this place. And then we have an option of stabilizing it through a brewery. We can go here and actually look at the building browser. Our options are to build a tap room and try and stabilize the public order, so we basically don't ever have to come back here. But if we do that, this place will be seriously lacking in money production, which once it's level 3, we'll be able to make a gem cutter's workshop and check out the fat loot coming from that place, in addition to a tailor's guild. So this place will be a moneymaker, but it'll be a slightly unstable moneymaker because we don't own the rest of the province. So take that for what it's worth. But what's great about this place is that we're about to get the capital. And if we could stabilize this area, this 4 settlement province, this is going to be an awesome zone. It's going to be an awesome zone for, every type of building. It's basically going to be our Reichland away from home. So everyone's moved. Everyone's done a thing. We're good to go. A lot of our next few turns depends on where this Hexoatl army moves. I'm kind of hoping they turn around and go back, but it looks like they're headed straight for... Yeah. They're coming down here to the Temple of Kara. Okay. And they're going to bring Gator in on it. So yeah, I'm not going to lose the Temple of Kara. We're going to reinforce that, of course. It's just, we've invested too much. And I think we can hold it. Now, the only reinforcements we have from the mainland are Sadly, we can't reach also unless we stay in this stance. We have huntsmen. So let's recruit them. We also can recruit these 3 units here, but that's going to put us in a pretty bad negative. I kind of just want to see the Death Jacks. So let's drop them in. And I'm doing this because I'm assuming the AI is going to attack me next turn. And with this army, I think we could beat both of these pretty handily. And if I really wanted to be sure, I would definitely add in both of these. But I think we can do it. I mean, we got 4 handgunners and a huntsman. That's got to be enough to just nuke Gator right off the start. Yeah, I'm not scared. Even though we're going to have to be in this unfortunate stance. We're good. We're good. Famous last words. Floating Pyramid gets an upgrade. They are also going to be... Let's see, we already have a port. A port's not really great growth. And I could really use more cash. But I think what we need to do is just suck it up, get the fields. Floating Pyramid doesn't have any special buildings as well, as long as I'm aware. For the Empire, anyway. High Sentinel, however, we do need to start making these iron pits. So let's see what an iron smelter gives us. Some extra gold, some good resource production. Permanent minus upkeep for swordsmen, greatswords, and knights. That's all good. So I will say, guys, one of the things that I found super lacking in this playthrough so far is that we haven't gotten a ton of the Empire events that give us the special units.
Markus Wulfhart.
And I'm pretty sad about that. Because I've been wanting to use those new units. I haven't used them yet. I've been purposely not playing certain campaigns that, in my free time, so that we could experience tons of different stuff together. So let's get a paved roads, because this is one of those places where you just need to pass through it often. And it's also going to give us growth. It's also going to give us income from all buildings, which is going to be relevant, because this is going to be a pretty big moneymaker type of place for us. We don't need this to be a production hub. But once it has the campaign movement range, we'll be able to move around and defend this area very quickly. Same thing for here once we're able to build it.
Markus Wulfhart.
So now we can get pretty far. I'm just thinking if we can't reach it this turn, which it doesn't appear that we can, we should definitely stay inside of our own territory to boost public order and to also regenerate. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, let's increase scavenge.
Markus Wulfhart.
We'll move here.
Markus Wulfhart.
I doubt there's any Skaven here. I don't think there are, if memory serves. And we can actually ambush. Man, how awesome would it be if Mazdamundi just popped up and we could just wreck his whole day. That would be pretty cool. And we don't really have enough gold to do anything else at the moment. We need to save gold. That way we have what we need to resettle this colony. It becomes cheaper the bigger the army you use to resettle. So it shouldn't be that expensive for us to take that place. But for us to take that plus Tlan Loxla, that could be kind of expensive.
True servant of Sigma.
I think we're good. You know what we should do? You guys need to give us some money. I had enough of this.
All right.
Thank you. Everything I do for you guys, and you just don't even give me fat stacks of cash. Terrible friendship. Okay, Gator can't recruit. He's hurt. Yeah, looks like the same army. They haven't brought anything else in. Show me what you got. Yeah, there you go. Run away, you wimp. I hope Gator stays here and we can kill him. Where are you going? Very concerning. Lord Mazdamundi did indeed pop up. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was because we went into ambush stance. He feels safe to travel right here. I don't think we can reach him anyway. But that's interesting that he popped up like that. And Hexoatl has performed the rite of primeval glory. A herd of great beasts from the deepest jungles of Lustria have gathered at their capital, ready for war. That's a pretty scary rite. The AI has the type of fake income it needs to sustain those stacks. But basically they just gave themselves a massive defensive army of dinosaurs. And there's nothing we could do to get rid of that. So, gifted musicians. A conclave of your generals has struck upon the notion of pressing popular musicians into military service. This has come as a shock to the performers in question, but has proved an instant hit with the troops, and they're marching harder than ever before. Army movement range has increased. Guys, I went to a Warhammer store just yesterday to order my copy of the new White Dwarf magazine so that I could get the code for Gotrek and Felix. I wanted to do it through my local Warhammer store as opposed to online, and you know, it was fun. I met some people, had a good time, met the operator, and it was just nice. I was glad to get out of the house and go be supportive of that local store. But it was a cool experience to see that there are still so many fantasy models that you can still buy. I had to stop myself because I was about to spend a ton of money. But I was so tempted to buy they had a full set of, like, oh my god, look how far he went. Ogre, they had a Stonehorn model. I can't believe that took all of our movement range. I hate that. Wow, just to get out of there and do that and come back took all of our movement range. Okay. But a Stonehorn model with like a lord sitting on top of it, it looked amazing. I wanted it so bad. But I started looking at the models because I'm not sure if I'm into painting so much, as I do love the models, but they had some iron breakers that I wanted, and it reminded me because they still had a musician iron breaker, like a drummer. They had a standard bearer, and I forget what they're called, but they're like unit captains. It was really cool to see those models, and you know, it was like $60 or something like that, which is not terribly expensive for me, but when you add in the cost of paints and stuff too, it gets kind of expensive. But anyway, thought I'd share that with you guys. It was cool seeing the old models still there. They had some cool Chaos Warrior models. They had a bunch of stuff. Why can't we colonize? Well, let's search the ruins first. I don't know why we can't colonize at this point. Do we not have... Wow, we don't have the gold. That's okay. We were going to search the ruins anyway. And now's a chance for me to fail at another one of these Lizardmen puzzles. So I'm going to do my best to you know, successfully fail. Just like I'm sure you guys expect. So what does it say? It says, to access the treasure, solve the puzzle. The old one, Tepak the Inscrutable, never liked to repeat himself. So this one last time, I think I overthunk it. And it wasn't the exact same one. But I think it's the same principle. So you look at the color, you look at the numbers. So it wouldn't be like the yellow 3. Like, I think I can rule that out. But it's so weird. Is this some sort of like borderline Sudoku thing? Yes, it is. Okay, so it's Sudoku. We're basically playing a small board of Sudoku. So 1, 2, 3, this would be a 4, which means this is a 1. Right? Okay, so that would make this... This can't be a 1 because it's on this line. It also can't be a 2. Wow, it's like, yeah, it's either a 3 or a 4, you big dummy. It's not going to be purple, which it's not. So, like, I actually have to do this real quick. So, like I said, you solve it here. Oh, my God. I have to do, like, mental Sudoku without being able to write it down. So, 4, 1... Yeah, I don't know if I can do this on the fly like this, guys. I would actually have to, like, write it down and do it. My mental prowess escapes me. But I have a feeling it's one of the 3s. This is a 4. This is a 1. Damn, I don't know. It would take me too long. Like I said, I'd actually have to do it. So I'm gonna just guess, guys. It sucks. Puzzle failed. Damn it. The Will of the Waystalker, though, we've done it. We've done this. That was the main thing. So the evidence you observed yourself at the ruins does... Okay, we're gonna read this after, because at first we need to read her... I get the game, guys. I'm not a dummy. It's Sudoku. It's literally Sudoku. But Like I said, I have to write it down. Okay, so we just finished the slaughter amongst the ruins. So Kalara has been part of the expedition for quite some time now. She seems restless to slay the beast, but knows little about its actual nature. I find it curious as to why she seeks a quarry, which is largely a mystery to her. But in truth, I am simply glad to have her strength added to our own. So, see no need to push the question. We are mobilizing now anyway, as news has reached camp that a treasure-seeking convoy of about 50 or so men disappeared into some nearby ruins. Kalara insisted she investigate and came back describing a grisly scene. Little was left of the mutilated men, she said, and she is convinced it is connected to the beast we are hunting. Though I respect Kalara greatly, I feel she has not been entirely forthcoming with us. She might not be lying about what she has seen this time, but I do believe she is withholding something about the motives for her Lustrian hunt. For this reason, I've decided to take the expedition and investigate this ruin myself. So we were able to get Fervent. Wrath of a God is the next line. Oh no, what were the events? So what did she say? Builder, that's a nice trait. The will of the Waystalker. So, the evidence you observed yourself at the ruins does make it seem plausible that the men were slaughtered by some sort of beast. Still, the use of weapons of war could also not be conclusively ruled out. Kalara's resolve is strong, however, and you feel compelled to believe her. After all, the hunting senses of a Waystalker are not to be underestimated. Makes sense to me. Now, our problem here is becoming that Mazdamundi is, like, coming down. Thankfully, we broke this stack a long time ago, but now we have two slightly threatening armies coming towards us, and together, these two could probably take out our capital. Maybe not our capital, but definitely Chotek. And we're occupied over here. For all I know, you know, he's going to come over here and mess with the Monument of the Moon. That puts him in range for us, which is not bad. But they're interfering heavily with my ability to come over here and close up this province. And unfortunately, we just wasted a turn chasing Gator around. So that does suck. What else can we do? Is there anything that we can do? You know what we could do? And I don't know if we'll be able to do this.
Time is finite, but I'll spare some for you.
Wow, they won't go to war for us.
Not possible.
Damn. Yeah, that's rough. We're military allies, but they won't go to war with Hexoatl for us. Which is sad, because they could probably crush them. With just this one stack here. He could... Helmut Nussbacher could come through here and probably sweep the leg. Okay. We're almost done with our tech. That's cool. But we still have 12 turns till our next supply drop. Yeah, this is all about, like... Yeah, we're not doing that again. We're not going back into the water. It's all about where those stacks are going. And I can't predict that. I don't think Mazdamundi can do anything else. But if that other stack is just here, Mazdamundi comes in next turn, attacks, the other stack attacks. Like, we could find ourselves losing our capital. Not quickly, because of course it's walled. They're going to have to siege it. But they probably have sieged attackers. Even though in my experience the AI doesn't just rely on that. They pretty much always want to build siege towers and rams. So you're looking at least 2 turns, depending on the size of the army. So we finally researched colonial forts. And we now have even more casualty replenishment rate and public order, which is awesome. So this little hunting advances. Tech tree is done. We could consider going into here, getting ourselves even more ranged ammunition. Or really overpowered missile units. I'm still more inclined to go towards upkeep and those types of things. Getting Untainted Faction Y would be great. That'll start helping us fight back the vampire tank that we're currently experiencing. And sadly, we're not rich enough for any of that. Let's start building colonial factors. I don't think that's going to make us a lot of money in the long run. You know what? Let's go for assembly line. Income from industry. We have quite a few industry buildings now. And research rate, even though at this slightly late date, could still be useful. And here, this will give us construction cost minus 10% for all buildings. It's not too late for that. Construction time minus 20% for all buildings. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't hate that.
Servant of the faith.
Another army emerges. So this is starting to make a lot more sense. They're converging on our position.
Honored to serve.
Yeah, here we go.
Guided by Sigma.
Are they sending both armies here? Because if that's the case,
Lecter.
you know what? We can ambush these guys. Man, we need more gold.
Your word is my command.
We do need more gold. That is a fact. So I'm going to skip Warhorse, and we might just go... Let's see, this is level 12. Would love to get a Pegasus. That type of mobility is something we just haven't had the good luck to have on this campaign yet. Get him a little more armor. And here we now have what it takes to colonize. And we are broke as a joke, guys. But we have this settlement. We have this province. Picked up another level here. Let's this time get the upkeep reduction. It's all about that money right off the bat. And just like that, we save some cash. We do have 5 units in our army, so getting them down to 44, they're as cheap as the archers were for us in the beginning of the game.
No
And with our super powerful casualty replenishment rate now, I mean, look at that. In 2 turns, we'll be back to full fighting force. If we wanted to, we could also pump Logistician and get ourselves another 15%. So as long as our full stack isn't destroyed, we can bounce back from battles almost instantly. If we wanted to do that, that may be a waste of several talents, so I'm not that inclined. I think what's going to happen is these armies are going to converge here, and if our ambush is successful, we might be able to catch out this one, destroy it, and then, I mean, this tiny stack here, what is it, 6 units? Gator, of course, can't do anything. They're not going to be very effective. Right now, I think they're either converging here on the Temple of Kara, and if I have this stack on Kara, I'm not worried. I just wish I had enough gold right now to upgrade that. And I wouldn't be surprised also if Lord Mazdamudi came down here and messed with the Monument of the Moon before it's able to finish its garrison. Not saying I can hold him off even with the garrison, but I think the AI would be much less inclined to mess with us. Alright, let's get that growth and a little bit of trade bonuses as well. Anything else we can do? God, you guys need to help us, but you're not. Could really use some fat stacks of Empire cash right now. But I'm happy because we're stable, and our ambush is successful. Alright. Okay, so Strider's going to go to our Archlector, because eventually he's going to be riding a big warhorse or something, and it'll be nice to have him able to get in and out of combat. Ambushing skinks like this, we don't really have an ambush army. They're pretty strong. But if we can lock down the skirmishers right at the beginning and the skinks and beat them in melee, then it's just a matter of grinding through the red-crested skinks and beating the Lord and Wizard. So let's save. And let's see what we got. Check out the map that we'll be on. We'll be able to see, you know, their deployment and deploy accordingly. It's going to be a long, for those of you who've never seen an ambush, it's going to be a long formation as if they're marching down a road. And our job is to kind of hit them from all angles. Take high ground positions for our handgunners to help us snipe. And of which there seem to be like plenty. Wow, look at this ridge. So this ridge is formidable. If we had tons of archers, this would be an archer ridge for sure, because the arc would make it so that they can shoot down. But the problem is that these skink skirmishers are going to be in skirmish mode, and they're going to start taking off in like every direction, and they're faster than us, and they imbue poison. So we're not going to be able to catch them. So, and you see this big gap here? That's chameleon skinks, because they're basically invisible. So our best bet, let's see what we want to do. We have interesting choices. We may want to do something like swordsman here. And we can rush them at the back line. They're shielded, which is why I'm thinking that. we could
For the Emperor!
put these guys up here. The Deathjack and the Huntsman, yeah, we can't deploy any further. They have Vanguard deployment. It doesn't really matter on this particular type of map. We're going to want to kill their Lord as fast as possible and their Wizard. The big question is just, can we make our handgunners effective here? And I want to say yes, but it's hard.
Spearman!
Let's see. Get our Spearmen and Halberdiers here. Let's get another group
Ready for war!
here. Putting our Swordsmen over there might be a little bit of a mistake. It's hard to know. Let's put these Halberdiers here as well. Some weird hot groups, but I'm okay with it. Okay, make them group 6. Where am I putting them though? That's the big thing. Because if I could, I'd love to put them here and then just make like a wall of handgunners right here. Because I just don't think they're going to be able to fire from this position. So what I may do is put them all here. Because this is an excellent hill. Like, we're going to be able to fire right down into them. And the idea for the Swordsmen is that they're just going to charge right in. Okay, I got you. We want to get as close as possible. Because we're going to charge right into all of those skinks. We're going to charge in from this way. We're going to charge in from this way. And we'll use the halberds to protect the flanks of our handgunners. And then we'll chew them up from there. Our archers will rain hell onto the red-crested skinks primarily. They're definitely a dangerous group. They'll be able to grind through our infantry pretty effectively with their armor piercing. And then we're going to use these guys to support our, our 2 hero units. And we're going to try and beat down whoever we can. So wish me luck, guys. It's a bit of a strategy. It may work. Let's start. So first things first. Let's go. Everybody goes in.
For the Warhammer!
And yeah, let's... Oh man, they're doing great. Keep it up, guys. And we'll use some of our archers to help support this engagement here. Yeah, let's not engage if we don't have to. Alright. Get in there, guys. And this is what I'm talking about. They were always going to scatter like this. Super annoying, but there you go. And we just need to shoot at anything we can. I would much rather shoot at units. Let's go get on that wizard. Oh no, what did they just summon on top of me? Feral cold ones? Oh god, get them off. What is this? Is this the... Oh, that's our huntsman unit. No. Killed them. The swordsmen are going to chase down these skink skirmishers. They have shields. They can do it. Okay, guys. Shoot at different targets. Get our halberdiers on the Lord. You guys go here. Our spearmen have a nice little flank. These cold ones, unfortunately, they are... Yeah, they're going to end up being a problem. Come on, guys. Catch them. Let's go. Let's get on the good targets. Our halberds should be able to pretty easily dispatch even the Lord, honestly. And here we go. Get those shots off. Man, that's a pretty scary summons, though. And we're somewhat able to beat down that wizard, but he's going to escape from us. Yeah, I ended up really liking our positioning of these handgunners. They have really unobstructed fire. Let's shoot there and bring in the spearmen here. And we need to start chasing. Yeah, you guys go here. Let's let the captain and these spearmen fight there. Okay, he's doing great. Come over here, guys. There's just a lot of returning forces. We've nearly got them broken. Alright, let's shoot there.
By Ulrich's wrath.
Shoot here, shoot there.
Handgunner.
And we'll move forward here.
Quick march.
And another group. Okay, let's shoot them down as soon as they spawn.
Now! Ready!
But look at this big blob we've created. The Death Jacks have short range, so we'll use them accordingly.
Take aim.
Alright, those guys route.
Take my call!
Let's bring our Empire Captain there.
Spearmen.
Some nice crossfire.
Yes, General.
And we can start moving over here to try and engage with these swordsmen. And help them out.
Quickly. Take the ground.
Start moving.
Handgunners.
Shattered. Perfect. Alright, and with pretty minimal casualties, I have to say. Of course, we sacrificed a single swordsman unit. They took a brunt of a lot of the fighting. But not bad at all. Successful ambush. Great high ground position for the handgunners. I think that was key. And knowing that our archers, like, it's so tempting. If you don't understand the firing arcs of units in this game, like, I could have very easily thought, oh man, you put handgunners on top of the ridge. Maybe they could have shot down at the very edge, but a lot of times there's some really weird, clipping is perhaps the wrong word, but you can't really stand on the edge of a cliff and shoot down. Most of the time that's not how it works. Sometimes you can, but I think the handgunners would have had a lot of trouble doing that. But from their position, they just had complete overwatch, and we were able to dominate. And we had just enough melee units to take that fight the way we wanted it. So with that ambush done, yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if you're going to want to make that siege, Gator. Perfect. And that was their most threatening army on the continent. Now, Hexoatl is sending down the big Maz himself, but they have nothing. Once I get Aldebras back into the Temple of Kara, and we start getting some replenishment going, he's got nothing. That was a clutch ambush, guys. I'm not saying I'm a military genius. Okay, but I am a military genius. So no, we're going to take the Grand Hammer of Sigmar. Pretty sweet. I want to get all these buffs. This entire line is stuff that I want. I really wish these guys could ride some version of Volkmar's Chariot too. That would make them really distinct. But we're going to get the Grand Hammer of Sigmar. Battle prayers, melee attack bonuses to themselves and allies. Sadly, to get these next levels, we need to be up to like 11, 15. We don't have access to flagellants. I actually love flagellants. I like them a lot also versus the lizardmen. I think they work really well. You basically give them huge shields. You give them great charge bonuses, good speed, good weapon strength, right? And then you come down here and where is it? Is it Honest Steel? No, it's got to be Emperor's Finest. Yeah, you give them 8 melee defense and 8 melee attack. And then you come over here and you give them, is it Taste for Battle? No, Strength of Hardship. Yeah, and you give them 15% magic resistance, 5 more melee defense, and they of course don't need leadership. That's very useless. They are unbreakable. But yeah, you could totally max those dudes out. And then if you also go to Logistician and just get tons of casualty replenishment rate, then you just replenish your numbers turn after turn. And you don't have to worry about fighting almost to the last man every single battle. Let's get Iron Disciplinarian, because once again, it's very important to us.
Purge the heretics.
See where he runs. I think we're going to get him. We're finally going to kill Gator.
Go where I am needed.
Oh my gosh, Gator. We're fighting this battle, buddy. You done pissed me off. Like, he's just been hanging out in our territory, chilling. You got to go, Gator. We're going to give it to him special. And by that I mean he's going to face the Empire gun squad. This is the type of stuff you can only do with a fast computer, guys. Otherwise, we'd be wasting like 10 minutes of our life. But as it stands, man, do we just want to beat him down with Aldebras like a man? Yeah, let's do that. That sounds cooler. Go to it. Go to it, Aldebras.
I speak, you act.
So they announced a bunch of Troy stuff this morning for the Total War Sagas. And I'm excited about it. I don't know how excited to be. I was thinking about making a video on it, but in the same way that I kind of passed on Thrones of Bretonia. No. Do it the other way. Oh man, my whole line is going to start blasting him. You guys turn this way. Get in there, buddy. Mano a mano. Is he just gonna tear me up? Look at all the bonuses he has.
Sons of Sigmar, attack!
Get him. So he's got 1730 HP. I think actually he's gonna beat the hell out of me. Oh god. So what made me think of the Troy thing was that I feel like I'm Paris right now. Oh no. He even summoned Feral. Oh no. He smashed us. We did 200 damage to him. Jesus. He's anti-infantry and armor piercing, so that's not a surprise. Let's just get him down. Hilarious. We tried to man fight him. Aldebras, unfortunately, is not made whatsoever to fight that type of enemy. That was hilarious. Gator's like, you don't know me. I was actually showing my kids just like a week or so ago. There was like just a cringy, you know, top 10 video on YouTube, but it was the top 10 biggest alligators or crocodiles to ever live that we have good records of. They were just amazed. Gator probably fits. You know what, dude? You did okay. Those buffs he popped were enormous. And we get another Sword of Striking, or is that just the one he had already? Who knows?
I go where I am.
Always take the gold, guys.
Protector.
If I lose because of a couple leadership, that means I was doing something wrong.
I serve Sigmar.
It's more the casualty replenishment rate, but it's only one turn. And we're inside of our own city, so we are fine.
Loyal or not, they'd better fight.
Get training. Am I scared of this stack at all? I can't see most of it, but it just skinks. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was his Temple Guard and his Bastiladon, but I think Lord Mazdamundi lost super early on to some Chaos stacks, or Norskin stacks, which is why he just kind of never recovered. And he's in this weird place right now. Yeah, we've got to upgrade that. We've got to get Pahuax getting built. Floating Pyramid, let's get that going. And in 2 turns, we'll be able to actually put something here. Now, they have Herb Gatherers. Okay. I don't know if we'll need, maybe we'll need alchemy workshops, or we'll need medicinal plants, rather, for something that our Dwarven boy is working on. Because that would kind of make sense. Also, like I said, still pretty disappointed that this mission just hasn't cleared for us yet. What we can do now
Comradeship is all.
is head towards... Yeah, I can see the line over there. We're going to raid this area. Now, there's probably a gigantic... Yes. There's a stack led by Tarsik with 3 Feral Carnosaurs, 3 Feral Stegodons, 4 Feral Bastiladons, and Blessed Croxagors. That is a man stack right there. We have tons of anti-large, though, in the form of these Huntsmen and Halberdiers. Not to mention our own sniping boys. But we're going to raid them next turn, and that'll fulfill another one of our quests. So, looking forward to that. This stack still has 6 guys in it. They're not even raiding us. I just... What are you doing, AI? 10 more turns until Imperial supplies show up. But we're going to get 4K once we raid the Lizardmen. Now, we have to beat 3 armies of the Lizardmen. Please don't come and attack me. Okay. They're abandoning Hexoatl. Look at the Chaos Corruption. Wow, they are getting crushed. They're like abandoning their home turf due to Chaos Corruption. That's intense. Well, better you than me. Sorry, Mazda. Mazda's one of my favorite lords in the game, period. I love playing as Mazdamundi. Once you get Zlok, and you unlock some of his bound spells, you just feel like an absolute god. Do we allow Chaos Corruption for 3 grand? You bet your butt we do. Because we are building towards technology. No, we're not. We're not building towards that at all. But we will have the ability to repel your Chaos Corruption pretty soon. I think I'm going to want to unlock the Shrine of Sigmar. But first, I got to get wizards in my army. Like, it sucks. I want to get stables and start building our own knights and stuff like that if we need them. But the biggest thing is we have no wizards at all. And this also gives us a garrison of 1 bright wizard. So that's pretty useful. But we just don't have the cash. We need 7k to do that. Okay. We can upgrade that. That would be nice. Are we stuck anywhere with anything? So they abandoned Hexoatl. I can't see the condition of their garrison. I'm assuming it's like tip-top shape. That's a powerful garrison. It's got Temple Guard if you can't really see. It's got Feral Stegodons, Cavalry, Croxagors. Some of this stuff is garbage because it can't fight on the wall. Which means I can take the wall and then sit on the wall and shoot at them. So I could clear the wall with my greatswords and halberdiers. Take out the Saurus and whatever Temple Guards and stuff they've left to defend it. You know, I can shoot down the Pterodons, and then all of these Croxagors and things are just like at the gates, waiting for me. And I'll just put my huntsmen on the walls and shoot them to death. Which is lame, which is why I don't do it. So, I don't go for the easy victories.
Let's go.
We're going to go into here, and we are going to raid.
All you need.
And it's nice because, it is giving us a pretty nice stack of income as well. I would love to take Hexoatl. Even just the gold mine itself, the centralized location. But I feel like that's too ambitious. And it probably is. If we lock down the Tipple of Kara here, that would be cool. By building that. Because we really just can't, we can't afford what I really want to build. But this would give us Untainted +6, which is why immediately kind of my brain went towards this. Because this will completely counter all the Chaos Corruption we just started getting. And it'll give us access to Flagellants and Warrior Priests. Which I like. I would love to build Flagellants, and Warrior Priests are some of my favorite hero units in the game. But let's get Wizards first. So we'll save some cash here. We're going to get 4k from the Amber Bow, so that'll put us in the total that we need to give ourselves the Wizards Conclave. Okay. Where do we go from here, though?
Warrior of Sigmar.
Well, I want to come down here and take that. I also kind of want to see if we can't ambush Mazdamundi.
True servant of Sigmar.
So let's ambush here. We're staying in our own territory, so we're going to heal. I just want him to land. If he lands right here, he's dead. Super dead. We're going to crush him.
Sigmarite Archlector.
And that'll be the end of Mazda the Great. We may even hang out raiding there for a while, because it's such a good spot to raid. Okay, anything else that I can accomplish right now? We still need that timber. We currently, we just need to win one more battle against the Lizardmen. And we're going to get Fervent on her. And put her into her last chapter, which I have to imagine must be some sort of quest battle. I don't actually know. Oh, here we go. We have our quest battle for the Amber Bow. Awesome. That'll, you know what, guys? That'll probably be in tomorrow's episode. And like I said, I don't think we're going to go and attack Hexoatl right now or anything like that. The Wulfhart receives word that another Lizardman force has been spotted marching towards other Empire colonies along the coast. This time, however, the Hunts Marshal is already fully prepared, his force supplied and champing at the bit to right the wrongs perpetrated against their Imperial kin. Okay, thank you for the 4K. Within minutes of the news arriving, they are on the march, full of vim and vigor and a desire to see the Lizardmen pay a heavy price for their crimes. Markus and his band will see this vile threat well and truly dealt with once and for all. So we're going to get the Amber Bow, which gives you an awesome like nuke ability, and another 5k. We actually could do this right now if we wanted to. We're not going to. All we have to do is leave that stance and come back here, and then we can just magically teleport. But what we will do right now is to build... Man, I want to build that Wizard Conclave. Which means... We got this, guys. We can do this all in the same turn. So we'll do the Conclave there. We'll probably build the Herb Gatherers, and we'll upgrade this once we win that quest battle. And I think we'll do that at the beginning of tomorrow's video. Let's move... We'll leave that stance. We'll move here. See if we can see Mazdamundi, and we can. So the way we lose this, guys, is if we move up here, Mazdamundi, we can't catch him. And then they both engage on us at the same time. That's the AI's attempt at being tricky here. So what we're going to do instead is to ambush stance again and see if we can't pick off another one of those dudes.
Markus Wulfhart.
And we're going to politely fall back.
Covering ground.
Very good. And we can now, I think we have enough to teleport. We need 1,500. Okay. So if we need 1,500, that means we just can't build this first. We have to do other things first. So let's do this. Do that. We pay the 1,500. We make a huge stack of cash off the battle. Then we come over here and we build the Wizard's Conclave. And then we might even have enough afterwards to build something. I don't know. The blacksmith maybe. Or the Shrine of Sigmar. I was thinking about getting rid of this building here. Because we just don't need it. Once we have, you know, especially once you have a tier 5 settlement with another tier 3. Like, you just don't need growth. Which is primarily what this does. We don't use Pistoliers. You know, casualty replenishment rate is only applicable if you're inside this particular province, which we're not. So it's a pretty useless dead building for us, and we're probably going to get rid of it. As much as I like having this, it doesn't give us any trade benefits or anything like that. So that's not a thing. But guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're making big progress. Our moves have been pretty exacting, pretty precise, and we've managed to keep the AI really stamped down. And just through sheer luck, I mean, Nakai got smashed early. Mazdamundi basically suicided right off the bat. And Luther Harkin really thought he could win that fight and couldn't. And that left us free this whole time to hunt down the Blue Vipers and just edge them off the map. And now we have this really powerful 4-settlement province. We're about to get the Amber Bow. We're fulfilling tons of our huntsmen, their different quest lines. We're going to get an Imperial supply maybe in the next episode, so look forward to that because it should be some advanced supplies with higher ranks and maybe some cool stuff. Maybe finally we'll get that steam tank I've been talking about since the beginning. And yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. Guys, we have a great Discord channel if you'd like to join that. The link will be in the description down below. And yeah, I'll be playing some multiplayer very soon. I'm excited to do that. My biggest holdback is I'm trying, guys, this is like a complete aside. If you're done with the video, please feel free to check out. But I need to start making some new thumbnails. I want to learn how to do different things. I've never really worked with Photoshop before. There are mods I know that can help you to take better photos of your games. Of course, all my settings are set to Ultra, so the game looks pretty good by itself. But you know, there's different lighting effects, and I was wondering if any of you guys knew any good tools or websites or software, hopefully free, that I could use to do different things. Because currently I use Adobe Sparks, and it's been pretty good. It's free, but I want to step up my game. I want to learn new things, and that's kind of my next challenge right now. And I've been super busy at home, so you know, my content hasn't been flowing in as steadily and as heavily as I wanted to, but soon we'll have some multiplayer games. I just wanted to do them justice with some cool thumbnails. And so for me, it's just everything has always been kind of a learning curve. And that's my next step of growth as a YouTuber, is trying to, yeah, I figured out how to make thumbnails, but can I make better ones? Can I take better screenshots? You know, do I have the patience to do that? And I'm trying to get better at that, and that's what I want to do next. So yeah, so thanks for listening. Like I said, if you have any helpful tips or suggestions, I would appreciate any of that in the comments down below. So without any further ado, y'all, thank you so much. And as always, I will see you in the next one, y'all. Take care.